I'm a little bit shorter than everybody. Okay, thank you for those comments, Dave. As Bruce mentioned, my name is Savannah Sepik, and I am the Government Relations Manager at MINRA. It's been great. It's my pleasure to introduce our first speaker. Up first to talk about success strategies for telling your retail story is Kate Mortenson. Trained as a journalist, Kate is founder and CEO of iPondr SBC, a media and technology company that is building a kinder America with award-winning human-centered storytelling. iPondr's powerful analytics support self-recognition and reflection and measure growth for individuals and businesses. Prior to iPondr, Kate served as the bid director and then CEO for the 2019 Final Four Local Organizing Committee, which hosted the NCAA's $750 million event in Minneapolis in 2019. The 2019 championship brought $143 million into the Minnesota economy and set a new standard for vendor and community inclusion. Kate has also founded the Minnesota Sports Corporation to help develop the event. Kate and her husband David live in Minneapolis and have 3 young adult children. Please join me in welcoming Kate Mortenson.
Excellent. Okay. Hey, everybody. Am I facing the right way? Oh, maybe it's because I've been taking selfies for a year. Hang on a second. There you all are. It's been a while since maybe any of us have done anything like this, and I was thinking about it this morning, and the advice, people give you is just imagine them all in their underwear. And I'm like, so that's the last year. So I'm not telling you what I'm going to imagine to make myself comfortable up here speaking to all of you, but truly it is a delight to be in front of real people talking about iPondr, the company I founded. I'm a woman. I'm an entrepreneur. My startup business is about fostering empathy and creating a more interconnected society. Sounds like a good idea, right? And then measuring sentiment. So we know where culture is. It doesn't matter if you live it, or you get it, or you're still working on it, or you don't see it. We just need voices to be heard, to come together. We need a chance to experience life outside our bubble. So iPondr's building a kinder America. That's something we trademarked, so we better mean it. And iPondr.com. There were a few other slides in there, so I'm going to go back and see if I can find them. Oh, there, we skipped. I must have held it too long. All right, so the problem that we are seeking to address is nothing short of our culture, our American culture. And by that, I mean, wherever you are on the spectrum of belief, you're probably not happy with the state of our American culture. And iPondr wants to do something about that. Because, media is powerful. And if you think about it, media might have something to do with where our culture is right now. Yes, I'm understating that. But media can have something to do with shaping a better culture. So at iPondr, we use technology, media, and analytics. We believe they're powerful combinations for driving social change. We can use them to repair our divided culture and shape a better workplace. We produce better outcomes for businesses and individuals through evidence-backed practice of empathy. So created iPondr SBC, special benefit company. We're a diversified media company, okay? It's fun to say, but we produce audio, narrative, written journalistic stories, video, and photographic journalism. So we are a multimedia platform. We hired the people that did Masterclass. Our platform's gorgeous, iPondr.com. If you look at your phone, I know you're just signing up for a free account at iPondr.com, and you're welcome to do that. So we are also a technology company. We are creating insights to drive the greater good. So when people engage with iPondr, number one, their anonymity is always preserved. Number two, we have no interest to sell you products. And I know that we're retailers, so I'm just saying, when you're experiencing iPondr content, when you're responding to it and saying, I'm still working on that, I don't know about that. That information is private information, but we carry that forward so that we can understand where are we really as a culture. So we harness the power of journalistic storytelling with innovative platforms. and advanced sentiment analysis, technology, analytics, and we're building that kinder America. So we launched a product in January. It's called iPondr.com. It's unique storytelling. We don't tell the unique stories of people who jump off buildings in squirrel suits. Those aren't the kind of stories we're talking about. We tell stories of, we had a beautiful audio story of a woman who was a long-haul trucker. What is her life like out on the road? She came from a small town. She talks about the diversity she gets to experience, all the different people across America. She says, give me more of that. And yes, sometimes she's lonely. We get to hear her in this story, how she manages her loneliness while pursuing her dream. We tell stories like, you know, a father expressing to all of you that opioid addiction is addiction, and addiction is a disease, and he lost his daughter to it. And he stands up and he tells his story, and there are pictures of the family. We tell stories about a little boy walks into the classroom, a little black boy, and he looks at the teacher, and the teacher's black, and his name is Mr. White, and that's like the coolest thing ever. And then we go on to explore the importance of black male educators. So we bring you life outside your bubble in award-winning journalism, small bite, short stories, couple minutes here, couple minutes there. Listen, watch, look, read. So what could be better than that? That's amazing. That's something to change our culture, to change our society. What could be better than that is who we are on the team doing this. This is a very touchy thing. Okay, so we're award-winning journalists and storytellers. We're experts in immersive multimedia experience. I told you, you look at our platform, it's like, do I want to read? Click. Do I want to watch? Click. I mean, that's already kind of a breakthrough. We think it's pretty cool for the user experience. We're ML and AI experts. This gets to the analytics. What can we learn about people as they use our platform, as they learn on our platform, as they grow on our platform? What can we learn about them to give them a better experience of life outside their bubble and to help us be better at opening the aperture? Because we've gotten really good at closing the aperture, right? Anger, anxiety, outrage are pretty efficient ways to keep us all stuck staring at the same information, constant breaking news, don't look away. But we have a different approach. We are a women-led company. I just got my woman-owned business certification today and actually danced around the office. I'll spare you that. We're also majority non-white staffed. Majority non-white staff. So our storytellers, our editors, our expert journalists, our contributors out in the field across America. I started a company during COVID. We're fully distributed. We have about 15 team members, but then hundreds of contributors from all over. But our assigning editors they're all diverse. And so their Rolodexes are diverse. And so when we're looking for a photo story on life in rural Nebraska, we've got some experience to find our way to the perfect storytelling for that story. When we want to share about mental health being different in the Black community, culturally different, even harder than it typically is to address because of some cultural aspects of being Black. We can find the two generations of women, and one of them is moderating the conversation. So women-led, majority non-white staff. We've already got traditional media beat, I'm thinking. We've got the power, we've got the difference. We're multi-generational. I'm probably the oldest one on the team. Some of my team members have never heard of Minnesota Public Radio. So they don't know about, NPR or National Public Radio. That's not where their ears and eyes are. And we're part of the communities we report on. I already mentioned we're multi-generational. So look what we mean. This is our leadership team. Throughout our organization, at every level of our organization, we reflect America. And that means that we have the credibility and the authenticity to tell the stories that we dare to tell, which are stories of grit and overcoming and obstacles removed and situations that, by the way, might be your own if you're a caregiver, might be your own if you are raising young children while working. The situation might be your own if you have anxiety sometimes, or if you have any type of otherness, some you'll never have. Here we are kind of near the Twin Cities. We do a lot of storytelling from rural, so that we can understand, okay, I don't live in a rural place, but what's it like to be there for regular people? What's it like to be there for people of difference? What's it like to be gay in rural America? What's it like to, so we really try to explore equally the whole snow globe of lived experience. So that's our team and our advisory board. I know we have Best Buy speaking right after me, so I gave a shout out to Amelia Hardy, who has been a great champion for us. And so we think this is going to be amazing. And we launched in January, and we allocated resources to be where the readers are and the listeners are. We're going to be on Facebook. That's where the people are. People will click in from there. They'll click in from, we'll just put our advertising in front of Twitter, in front of Instagram. And it's happening. People are clicking in, which is great. And COVID's happening. And George Floyd is killed. And it becomes really hard to have stickiness with a new audience. What we do have is interest when we can pull them in, but not the stickiness, not the I'm going to put you in my memory and just be able to pop in and spend my time with you. And so we're kind of looking at the clock, we're looking at the bank account, and we're like, okay, let's walk around, talk to our potential sponsors. Our sponsors, many of them large companies, we talk with them, they see our content, and they're like, whoa, this is so cool. We're gonna watch as you grow, but boy, do I wish we had something like this for our people. I mean, our team, we're burnt out. We don't see the larger world like we need to. Our customers are asking for different more. And so we hear this a couple of times, and we're like, but boom. The regular person does not have time to ponder. Okay, they're burnt out. Anger, anxiety, outrage, kids, parents, they just want to, but they don't have time. But guess what? The boss needs them to ponder. The boss needs them to ponder because when you have empathy and you are comfortable with other, you give better customer service. When you feel like you belong, you're more innovative. Actually, earnings go up when you have a sense of belonging on a team, when there's empathy, and research has shown. And so we're like, take that beautiful storytelling, let's wrap it in a curriculum that supports culture building. And let's help shape a better culture in the workplace, and people will, in 10 minutes a week, have the opportunity to grow and bring that growth home. To make their home life better, bring that growth to the teams. They still don't have to see it all the time or get it all the time. Sometimes they don't. But exposure does have a way of building that empathy muscle that allows us to respect people of all kinds of experiences and backgrounds in order that we can create something together in the way of a business transaction, in the way of a team product. So I would like to show you kind of what our pivot looks like in a brief sizzle reel.
We live in an era full of cultural differences, where challenges in our society follow us into work. There's a simple trait that enables understanding, deepens relationships, and unlocks the power of the most successful teams. No, it's not rocket science. It's empathy. iPondr at Work helps you build a culture of belonging and educates your employees on diversity, equity, and inclusion topics using rich and engaging human-centered storytelling. Real personal stories breathe life into your DEI initiatives and put a face and name to complex concepts. Hear directly from individuals and get insight into their experiences and points of view. Access our library of stories, topic guides, discussion prompts, and resources for leaders. And expose your team to life outside their bubble through bite-sized content that builds empathy. Measure engagement, and gather insight into your collective DEI journey with activity reports that help you stay on the path towards a more inclusive workplace culture. Infuse our content into your existing platforms and initiatives. Or let us do the work and we'll deliver the materials straight to your team. Ready to build a kinder workplace culture? Get on the journey today.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So my team is always like, wait for it, here comes Kate's birth metaphor, but I did have 2 children this year. One is iPondr.com, and the other is iPondr at work. So this is a story of pursuing our customer. Who is our customer? So everybody in this room is our customer, but the point where we're going to engage with you is more likely through your workplace. And so that is, in making that difference, and instead of seeking one Pondr at a time, but rather converting hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands through a workplace initiative that is better at attracting talent, making that talent sticky. People don't have to change their hair to come to work. You can bring the food you grew up with. People understand how to get along, not in sameness, where we lose all that innovation, but in the uniqueness of all of us. So this has been up for a couple of seconds here. It's not meant to be deeply studied, but it's a click from our HubSpot page. So when we made this pivot and went into the marketplace and said, hey, we've got something for you at work, what do you think? I can't tell you. I mean, we have heard from government. We've heard from philanthropy. We've heard from higher education. We've heard from B2B. We have heard, I mean, so many companies that have said, okay, we really get compliance. We're very, very good at compliance, but culture's hard. It's almost like a different operation altogether. And so we've started to see this work pipeline, sales pipeline manifest, and we believe that what is going to happen is that iPondr at work is going to underwrite iPondr.com. Other activities, not the broken media model activities that get you into trouble, other activities and products and services that are pro-social and on mission are going to allow us to keep iPondr.com full of great content from all walks of life across America and keep it free to the learner. And so that is, that green is our story of 2022, 2023, and beyond when we look at the growth scenarios that we are hoping to see. So we are still at the beginning, but we do believe that we will be a fast growth digital company because we can scale, we can take advantage of technology, and we are understanding better every day who is our customer. So thank you so much for letting me have the opportunity to share with you that race for relevance. Where's my customer? How can I find my customer? How can I serve my customer? And thank you for all you do. And I look forward to the other presentations.